friends, hello and welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. So today we are doing our first franchise rebuild of the season, just to make sure we get the right rosters. And you went on and downloaded the custom rosters from the roster. Great, gotta love me some nice custom rosters. It should be in there. It said automatically did. I'm gonna make sure just in case. Yeah, we got the Vasi roster update overhaul. For those wondering, Vasi put a lot of work into it last year. A lot of work into getting a good roster update last season. It's a passion of his. He's been creating YouTube videos, keeping everybody updated on Twitter if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But, so shout out to him. Came out there real quickly again this season. Excited to see how this is because, typically beginning of the year, some players missing, some overalls need tinkered, and he puts a lot of work into it. So we're going to see how that goes. Hopefully a benefit to our franchises here this season. We're going to start this year different, though. Normally we start alphabetically at A. I thought, you know what? Last season we didn't get through it all. So this year we're going to start at Winnipeg. We're going to start at Winnipeg. Winnipeg right now on 97.4. What are they looking like? This shows the total cap. Total cap player salary budget 78.9. So they're going to have a little bit of money. They got Hellbuck, Connor, Morrissey. I mean, they got a good core of players. It's the thing, can we build around him? And what's the, I actually wanted to see what the overall is of Morrissey and company and some of the defensemen. First time this year went to an earn mode off, computer trades off, player morale off, fog of war off, salary cap stays on, head coach edit lines off. That looks good there. I guess it doesn't matter if the computer trades are on now. We could have left that on. Quick settings. We're going to go to injuries off, penalty on. Just to give you guys an idea what we're going through typically. And again, as always open to the suggestions of how we should change the settings in future videos if it does improve the quality. If you guys like doing it certain ways with franchise modes, again, first time doing it this year, we're going to run through some things, but we like leaving the fog of war off. Again, just based on things I've heard from in the past when we've talked about this with you guys, we went fog of war off there. Quick settings, advanced settings. We got auto rotate goalies on, head coach edit lines off, minor league head coach sure, NHL injury return warning playable. We don't have injuries on it, doesn't matter. Playoff tie break looks good. Trade off notifications. Should we leave those on? Blockbuster trailer, we'll leave that off. Typically we leave it off just to get through the sim, but maybe they offer us something nice. Typically they don't, but maybe they do. So we're gonna leave that on, actually, see what happens. Their head coach firing pop-up on, yeah, that's fine. Advanced gameplay sliders, assisted strategies. I think we're good. We should be good and ready to start Winnipeg. Winnipeg kind of a bubble team year in and out. You never know what you're going to get out of Winnipeg. They're a good hockey team. They can play offensively and produce. If Scheifele and company, again, Kyle Connor can put up the goals, they'll be all right. Connor Hellbuck's got that ability to carry any team throughout the season with how good of a player he is. Again, getting the whole rundown here. First time jumping in the franchise this season. Going to be interesting to see how the line chemistry works. The scouting accuracy, we won't jump into that in this game because we won't be getting that far. They're giving us the tour on the fog of war. That shouldn't matter as we turned it off. But let's go to take a look at... I want to take a look at these contracts real quick, actually, first, before we jump into the line. See what kind of cap space we got. Yeah, about 2.7 million. So a little bit of money to work with. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Seeing anybody that's too overpriced. I mean, there's some DeMello, Appleton, like these guys making $2 million. Domestic making $2 million. A little bit of wiggle room there for some of these guys down here. Entry level there for Cole Perfetti. Cole Perfetti is going to be a nice one. 82 overall right now. Already getting that nice overall. Cole Perfetti, a stud. So we'll see how they are feeling about him. Look like I seen Elite on there. We got +3 in the first line. Perfetti, Scheifele, and Kyle Connor. Dismissed that, thank you. Kyle Connor, Scheifele, and Perfetti. So that's a good first line, getting a +3 out of those guys. I think we get the goal score. Ooh, they gave Scheifele the... Oh, he might have updated. He gave Scheifele the sniper. Okay, so that's interesting. I think Scheifele's typically a sniper. I forgot he updated the overall. So actually, see, I like this because I don't know what Cole Perfetti would have been. I was 21 years young. Pretty solid player, the 10th overall pick back in 2021. Solid passing, solid. I mean, he's an average player. I won't say average. Yeah, he's average, I guess. He's an average player across the board. I do like it, though. The second line, Niederreiter, Velarde, Ehlers. Ehlers with the 88 overall in this game. So that's nice. 92-91. Good shooter, good passer. Can he win draws? I don't believe he can right now. Not 67. Velarde, how's he looking in the dot? 75. So it could be a little bit of improvement there from the center standpoint. Niederreiter, a good guy on the wing as well as far as being a sniper is concerned. Do we want to go with the two-way forward? How much does that affect it this season? Getting that across the board. Again, this is going to be an interesting one to see how everything goes. How's the power forward look here? That's going to give us a +0. That's a nothing. What's his overall? That's a two-way forward, but he's also not a center. We got some solid players here in the bottom six. I'm gonna say that right now, though. It looks pretty nice there. We got working with. some players to grow around. The question is going to be is how's the defense going to look here for the Winnipeg Jets? And Mesnikov, I'm not seeing anything besides Velarde. That question is too, with Perfetti on that first line, is that what we want to run? Because I think we can run that. I think Perfetti on the first line, he's got the elite medium, right? Yeah, he's got elite medium, so he's going to grow. I mean, we could see him to an 83, 84 end of the season. You're plus 3 in that line. Shifley's obviously going nowhere because he's 30 years old. Kyle Connor could grow a little, but he's 26. Maybe he could grow. He'd probably be really close. As far as the defense goes, let's take a look, though. This is what we're worried about. DeMello, 81. That, it looks like instantly that's what we need to go. Pionk, Dylan. Dylan. If we could pick up 2 defenders, I think that's what we're looking at. I mean, Schmidt's not bad. I don't know how I feel about, is Pionk still an offensive defenseman? He is very much so. I don't know how I feel about Schmidt being, or Pionk. They have the, even with the combo, they have the offensive defensive defenseman combo, and they're still negative on the chemistry. So we'll see what we can work with. Pionk, this team in general, it looks like it's not, they're not meshing at any facet of the game, it looks like, which is unfortunate. We're getting negatives anywhere. What are these builds? We got defensive and offensive. That should typically see the overalls jump a little bit or not. Anybody wants to play with Morrissey, of course he does. Good player there. I think we could run. I'd like to run that on a third line. That'd be a nice third line. Smith and DeMello, and then Pionk has to stay. I think we could upgrade anything from there, and if things went sour, we could always get rid of Dylan. We're gonna get rid of Sahlberg though, or Sahlberg. Sandberg's gonna go. We're gonna get Morrissey alignment. I definitely think we need to get a second liner as well. We need to throw somebody in there, whether it be with Pionk or whether it be with Dylan. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got for defense out here. The first time this year getting to jump into the trade screen this season. So we'll see. I mean, as I said, we didn't play as much last year. We played a little bit. But we'll see what we got as far as defense is concerned. We're going to need some guys that are, what do we want to go about, 84 plus? I'm going to get it would be great to get like an 86 for the top unit, but an 84 for the second unit, not bad as well. I'm trying to get an idea of what's really rocking out there this season. We'll go salary about 5. I mean, we could try to make 5 work. 5 might be stretching it. More excited. That's going to be an overpay if we wanted him. Devin Tays a 90. Okay. Devin Tays would be a heck of a pickup. He's got a lot of X Factor abilities. That's going to be a very difficult pickup. What a pickup. 4th round pick for the... Was that Colorado that picked him 4th round? Is that right? I feel like that wasn't a Colorado pick. Who did he play for before them? Is that right? I can't look. It won't show me. Can you not? Where's the stats? There's the stats. No, okay. He was on the Islanders before them. I didn't think he was always a Colorado Avalanche. He had a heck of a season. 2 seasons in a row. 50 points, 57 points, plus 39, plus 52. He's been killing it ever since he came to Colorado. Pesci's an 88. He's 4 million. Pesci got paid. When did Pesci get paid? I guess he's 28. Pesci be a defenseman. See, I think that'd be a nice combination to possibly play with Pionk. But do we need that? We could go with the 80. Siegenthaler is going to solid over. He's a defensive defense. I think that'd be a nice one. Actually, he could go. He wants to be on the first line according to the scheme. That's a concern. That's where Pesci wants to be as well. I mean, we could put him on the first line. I think that gives us some flexibility. At 3.4 million, Bashar doesn't really have anywhere on his scheme. Let's go with Siegenthaler. Let's talk to the Devils about Siegenthaler. Let's see what we can possibly work with here. Lovely trade screen. I agree. Devils got a little bit of cap space apparently. What's the cap at now? Let's say 83 million. Is that right? I was wondering how much it went up. We're 83.5, so it went up it almost went up $1 million, right? Or did it go up 500K? I think it went up $1 million. That's why they're so big on these expansion teams. As far as trade value is concerned, what do the Winnipeg Jets happen to have? Kinishev holds a little bit of value there. I don't mind. We're gonna throw him in there. Nah, we want to do picks first. We try to do picks first because they hold a little bit more value. They have Montreal second, Winnipeg's third, so they don't have their own second, but they have Montreal's, which is probably better than their own. Their trade pick, first round pick, does not hold a lot of value. It looks like Siegenthaler would not be enough. Let's see what we got as far as defensemen are concerned. We was talking about possibly Dylan walking out the door. We're definitely not going to get rid of Morrissey. Filtering backwards here. Kinesev holds some value. Pionk's at 5 million defenseman. I don't know how I feel about it. That's a lot for an 83. Do we want to drop Pionk? I mean, his offensive stats are far and away not just blowing the top of the building by any stretch of the imagination. He's 85 defensive awareness, 83 shot blocking. It's not terrible, but if it's not him, it'd be, what do we say, DeMello, I think? Now, DeMello's going to be on the third line. If it was going to be Smith, or is it gonna be? We're gonna go overalls. It's a lot easier this way. We'll go overalls. Smith, Dillon, Pionk. I thought we had two. Yeah, we did have 282s, 181, and then Pionk's the 83. He was looking for a line mate for Pionk. Dillon versus Smith. Smith's 5.9, so Smith's the one I want to get rid of. Who was on that bottom unit? Even if he is on the bottom unit, I think we're gonna have to make something work with somebody else, because you can't have a third line defenseman at $6 million. That's not gonna work. So we had, taking a peek here. Give me a little bit of a look. It was Smith. Dang it. That's tough. I didn't want it to be Smith. I was really hoping to be Dillon. See if we move Dillon down there, they're hurting that line. We might be stuck with Smith. That's tough. That's really tough. Smith's good chemistry. Smith plays good with these players, unfortunately. Dillon, what was Dillon's contract? 3.9. So I mean, it's gonna open some things up. We're gonna have to try to work with it. We might move both of them, to be honest. It might still happen. I'm not quite sure here. I mean, one pickup here is gonna be big for the Winnipeg Jets, but I think we definitely need to try to get a second defenseman. We'll see how this works. We're gonna come back to the Devils. They had, I already forget. It was a Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler's been solid. Good for him. And we're gonna send them again. We're gonna give them the first. I don't know if they're gonna want to take our defenseman. That's the problem here. That's also gonna arise. We'll see. We'll give them. What do we say? We're gonna give them Schmidt. I don't want to give them. Oh, we can't give them Schmidt. We're gonna give them Dillon. I don't want to give them Dillon. Actually, can you guys want to make a trade that's not featuring this guy? Here we go. We're gonna give them Dillon and a first for Siegenthaler. It looks like we're paying a little bit more than they're paying us. Let's see if we can get a little draft pick action here back in return. Just a little bit of compensation. They're willing to do the third. We'll send that. They said the trade's rejected. Pretty neutral as to what you're asking on us to cough up. It doesn't thrill us though. Okay, so they're neutral, which means they might actually say fourth will work for them. They don't have a fourth. Let's go with the next year's fourth. See if we lower it a little bit. That'll get the job done. Is that answer? Then that to that? No, absolutely not. They're like, nah, let's try something else. They wasn't thrilled with the fourth. Went to the third. We'll drop the pick entirely. Let's just go straight up. Okay, so the Devils still don't want it. They weren't thrilled. They were neutral. We'll give you a fourth. We'll give you a fourth for him. We're going to make this work. There we go. Okay, a fourth for Siegenthaler. That'll work. Assistant GM, best roster. We'll best roster that. Let's see how this guy fits in here. Are we going to, because this is where it's going to matter, because we could still be looking for a top unit guy, but if his chemistry is good in that first line, as it says it is, we might be able to go for the second D pair. They're putting Morrissey on the that's not going to work. Morrissey's going to go, they're going to +3 that. So Morrissey and Siegenthaler can play together. It's a little bit of a good scheme fit there. I think that's a good first pair. Now, again, the question is, can we get somebody that's going to play well with Pionk? He's a player preference. He's a cycle guy. Balance, current coaches, balance, he's cycle. I like how it shows that. His hold line pinches. That's what's going to happen with the offensive defenseman. So it's good if you can get a guy that can cycle. Good that you get a guy that can hold that line. A little bit better balance. He doesn't have the scheme fit in general for this coach. Now that you're looking at the current scheme, doesn't really fit him. Fits DeMello a lot better. It fits Siegenthaler pretty solid. How's Smith look? Smith probably loves it here. He does. He's enjoying life. Honestly, I'm considering keeping Smith and moving on from Pionk. I mean, I'm not sold on Pionk. I think my thing with the offensive defenseman, I'm always concerned they're going to cost the team a little bit. And if you can move DeMello here, and that doesn't hurt anything. Yeah, DeMello and Smith on the last unit. We move Pionk. But then we're dropping a 78. We're dropping Sahlberg on a second unit. Is that a good idea? It doesn't sound like a good idea. What if we put Cappuccino here? I know that's not how you say his name, but that sounded great. We could put him there. He's got a little bit better chemistry. And how would that look if we move somebody around there? That's a big decision. As a big decision, keeping Schmidt and dropping Pionk. We could always put, that could work. We could put Schmidt on a second line. And then we could rock that third line. I think that I'd feel better about that. Let's see if we can find a player for Neil Pionk. Let's see if we can get a big upgrade. Let's aim for about an 86. I mean, we're working with this team here. We're moving some cap, which I like being able to do. I think this is a team with some good bottom six players, which again benefits us because, hey, bottom six, we ain't got to go after these guys. We don't have to use any assets. And if we have to, we have to at the end of the day. But for now, we ain't got to worry about it, which is great. We might even be able to afford a little bit more pricey of a defenseman. We better put a cap on it. We ain't getting too crazy. Ken McCarr looks great, but we better put a little bit of a cap. I can never find this. Did they move it? No, sorry. No. Yeah, they did. They didn't. Contract matches. Oh, it's up here. Okay, I gotcha. Found it. We're good, EA. We're good. Good talk. Thanks for the help. We'll go 7 million. 7 million is reasonable because we're on 5.9. We have some cap space. And, once you get up that 7 million, you might start seeing some defensemen that are a little bit overpaid that might be willing to be moved. Brodin's out there. He's got the elite, but he's going to be expensive. Oh, but we'd go after it. What's Brodin look like? The left defenseman. How's the chemistry look? He wants to be in a first line, all power play units. His scheme fit is nice, though. Very well composed. Doesn't let things bother him. Has good leadership. Quick puck and reverse shutdown. 5.8 million. He's a two-way guy. We're going to try to get Brodin. I'm going to go after him. Go big here, go home, right? Brodin could be a good second line guy as well. Or you could fit in there with Morrissey if he has to. But I think it'd be nice to have that balance in there. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you do want Siegenthaler. You and everybody else on this planet. We'll go for... We're going to send them a prospect. Let's send them a prospect here, see what they think. We have to send them a defenseman in return. You know what? Do they want Pionk? How you guys feel about Pionk? Oh, they do want Pionk. Okay, all right. We're talking. We're in business. It's probably going to take a first. That's a pretty big return they're giving us here. We're giving them a big prospect. What if we give them Montreal second? There ain't no way they're going to take that. There ain't no way. Whether you've even looked at our trade block surplus, we're just totally unwilling to give up what you're asking for. Okay, yeah, so we're going to have to overpay a little bit. As expected, you got to overpay for them good defensemen. We're going to give you a first. And they said they're still totally unwilling. We're going to give them Montreal second. I mean, we're going big here. Totally unwilling to ask what you're giving up for. They are not into it. They are not feeling this at all. They're like, nah, let's move on to somewhere else. I think we should talk about it, Minnesota. I think we should talk about it. I think we got a good deal going here. I do. What if we want another first? We're overpaying a lot. And you don't want to do it. That wasn't fun. All right, Minnesota, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll come back. We can still do Lindholm. I like Lindholm. But does Lindholm offer... I mean, there's Pesci as well. We might be going too high in the value to an extent. Shea Theodore would be great. I could use some Shea Theodore. How's he looking as far as the chemistry is concerned? All penalty killing units. I'd rather see him at least have some chemistry on some line. Defensive pairing unit 1 for Rasmus Anderson. How's Anderson look? 90 defensive awareness, 92 stick checking. Looks pretty solid there. Puck control. He's not a shooter, which is okay. His passing is great. We're not really looking for a goal scorer. We're looking for a guy to lock things down here. Second unit. Let's try Rasmus Anderson out of Calgary. Calgary, how do you guys feel about moving Rasmus Anderson? We're going to send you because we know you want him. I can see your mouth watering. You said send us Neil Pionk even though he's not green. I understand. Go ahead and take him. Go ahead. We're not greedy. We're willing to share the love. We'll give you Pionk and we're going to give you this first round draft pick. And that's it. Let's walk out the door. Let's make a deal. That was a bad trade. I'm going to be honest. That wasn't even close to fair, but we just got to throw it at him. They're still totally unwilling, even at a second. No, they didn't say totally. Let's take a look again. Yeah, totally unwilling. We're having a hard time making a trade. The first one went by so easily. Is Calgary even a contender? What are they so... Ooh, we're getting closer. Let's give them a third. Come on, Calgary. You want to do it, right? There we go. Okay, third round pick. We're moving some players. Around. Got some cap space, really. Now we got 4.6 million. I mean, come trade deadline... There's probably some cheapies out there we can pick up if we have to. I like this. I like what we've done with Winnipeg. We moved some guys around, kept the cap space, improved the team to where if we get to the trade deadline, things can still happen. So I think that's good there. I like the bottom 6. I think we got some balance going on there. And if we get some Ehlers, Velarde, Niederreiter production there, that's going to be important. Oh, Morrison and Anderson give us the +4. Or Siegenthaler and Anderson give us the +4. Interesting. We're going to keep this here. DeMello. Was it Smith playing here? It was, but we're gonna put DeMello with Anderson. It looks like just for the fact that it doesn't hurt the chemistry. I didn't think we had that chemistry problem last time. Look at that +4 though. You going +4 that first line like that and put Morrissey in a second? Is that a better idea? Seems kind of gutsy to put Morrissey on that second, but at the same time, Morrissey can kind of carry that second line. How do these guys like 2-way, 2 in a defense? I'd rather 89 to passing, 79 shot accuracy. Morrissey's 86. Morrissey's a better shooter. I think we got to put a guy that can at least put the puck on net on the first line. So we'll put Morrissey there. Power play. How are we looking here? Ehlers, Connor, Niederreiter, Scheifele. They're going all offense on that first unit +5. And let's see if we can change that up. We're going to put Morrissey there. Potentially. I don't want to hurt the overall there. And it's going to keep us at +5. All right, you keep one defenseman out there just in case. You never know. Anderson, Morrissey. Morrissey, you're not going to play on 2 lines. That's not going to happen. Who do they have? Was it Niederreiter? That's who I think they had, right? We put Niederreiter back down there. Put him on a right wing. Yeah, right wing. Is he right-handed? No, he's left-handed. We'll switch sides there. Put him up here. Right side of the point. Velarde, EFL. I think we'll be good there. And then let's take a look at the penalty kill. Appleton, Iafallo, Siegenthaler, Anderson. We'll leave it like that. Salberg, Morrissey. Let's do something about this. We'll put DeMello here. That'll get us up a little bit. Gustafson, can he not win draws? No, he can win draws. Is it Lowry struggling? No, I don't know why we're getting a -1 on this one. We might have to rock it, though. We might have to rock it, see how things go. I'm liking it. I like what we did with the team. 2 big pickups defensively. I think this is a team that, again, as we know, offensively, they can put up goals. Offensively, they can put up goals. Defensively, they can make a couple decent defensive plays. Connor Hudlock's going to carry this team. So we'll see what we can do here. We'll jump, let's jump about, I don't know, halfway through the season. See how things go. Get past not halfway through. It's about a month into the season, month and a half. We'll see how they do against the New Jersey Devils. That's going to be a tough team to play. Okay, see, this is why we're probably going to turn it off because they're already sending us trade offers. We'll see how many we get. Typically, we turn it off because typically what they send us is prospects or players that ain't really going to help us in a rebuild. Waivers are going to begin. Season's going to begin. October 11th, going to lose to the Calgary Flames in game number 1. Going to beat Florida game 2. And here we go with the trade. Same exact player on the block. Yeah, we're going to have to turn this off. Ooh, who do we got here? Riley Smith. What's Riley Smith got to offer? Hang on a second. Let's take a look. Let's take a little bit of a look here. We ain't going to use him. We're not going to use him. Riley Smith's got that contract. He's a sniper. Now we're going to wait. We ain't going to do that. That's not going to happen. Sorry. Walking out the door in that one. I'm interested. He's a winner. He plays some winning hockey. He's played on some good teams. 8-7. Jeez, putting in a shootout over there against Edmonton. Oh, that's what you got to do when you play Edmonton, though. Right now, playing some 500 hockey. Playing some good teams early. I mean, they got a gauntlet of a schedule to start the season. You're out there playing in New York, playing Vegas, and we're going to go turn this off. We really do. This isn't going to work, apparently. I would have never imagined if you left it on, I was going to send you a trade every other day, literally. So we'll have to fix that real quickly. Anyway, we now know why we turned off trade offer notifications in the past. Let's even get a win streak going here. There's the 2 straight wins, 3-game point streak versus Buffalo. Going to lose that one. Going to split the back-to-back. At least you're beating Arizona, beating the teams you need to beat, beating the Tampa Bay Lightning. So 9-7-2, just under 20 games into the season. Kyle Connor having a great start to the season. 23 points, 18 goals, 13 assists. I didn't think it was going to bring me here, but it did. We're seeing 20 points out of Morrissey. Morrissey having a great season. Patrick Lennon. Mark Scheifele with 18 points. Line would be nice. 17 points for Ehlers. I'd like to see more goals out of Ehlers. Is he not a 30-goal scorer kind of guy? Yeah, he's got the accuracy, 92 accuracy, 90 shot, so his goal scoring ability could be a little better. Perfetti, 15. Take a look at the lines here, how players are playing across the board. See if there's anybody kind of weakening things here. The offense seems all right. It looks all right, but it might be high scoring in general across the board. So Perfetti, Connor looking good. The fact that the top line's a minus isn't the most beautiful thing. Perfetti seemed to +1 already. So that's kind of what's nice about Perfetti. We thought he was going to grow. Starting to do just that. Second line's been, let me take a look again. 4-7. Second line's been solid. 12 points, 10 points. I like what the second line's doing. Third line -5, -4. So Iafallo has been kind of holding things back a little bit here. You don't want to see that out of what's supposed to be your premier player on that line. Defensively, we're looking at a +1, +2, 88, 20 points for Morris. He's been killing it. 3 goals, no assists. Siegenthaler kind of doing what we expected in that first unit, being a defensive defense, but not really putting up any points. But if he can hold his own defensively, I think we'll be all right there. DeMello +8, Smith's -7, and Sandberg's -9. So that bottom pair kind of hurting things here. And Sandberg hurting us a lot. I mean, he's definitely weakening the team from that standpoint with the -9. He's got the worst +- on the team. 16 block shots, 11 giveaways, 7 takeaways, 12 hits. How's Smith looking? Smith, how you doing for us today this season, buddy? 12 giveaways, 4 takeaways, 22 block shots, a couple more blocks it looks like there. It's early. You don't like going after it too early, getting too committal here, but 907 out of Hellebuck. He's doing solid work. But oh geez, look at this guy. He's only played 1 game, 969. That's impressive. So Hellebuck's been carrying this load. He's played in every game this season but 1. We do have auto rotate goalies on. Kind of want to see what we're doing against the rest of the league from as far as the goals for per game, because I thought that was solid. I thought our team was putting up good numbers, but goal scoring is a lot higher these days than it used to be. Now 3.22, that's middle of the pack really. But that 3.06, what is this? What is happening in Chicago? 4.24 goals per game. You want to talk about that? The Jets are actually solid defensively. It might be the goals. I mean, across the board, they're not bad. 3.22. The goals against is one of the lowest in the division. Power play percentage has been solid. They've been good on power play. It's been a penalty kills. It's been really, I mean, again, even that's middle of the pack. I don't know what's going on here with this team. Because statistically, besides that third line D pair, they've been all right. We're going to pick up another defenseman. That was the concern about moving on with the 82-83. We added defenseman, but we still kept the 78 overall, which, you know, it would have been great to have that balance on the bottom pair, but they wasn't meshing. We were seeing a minus, we were seeing a negative. You don't really want to, you know, deal with that if you don't have to. I think we could bring in, still look at that 80 range, maybe 80 to 82 range for that D line or D pair, possibly a guy that is, I want to say 2 million. We don't get too expensive. We're gonna leave a little bit of money on the books when that trade deadline comes up. Oh, and power, yeah, we'll take that. A little pricey, a little bit on the expensive side. Weidman's kind of old. Let's see if we can find an 82. Try to squeeze out anything we can. Edmondson, but I think he's an offensive defenseman, isn't he? No, he's defensive defenseman. That'd be good for that line, I think. What do they want? They want him D pair 2. Is there anybody that wants to be on the third line D pair for this team? I'm not seeing it. All defensive pairings. Who do we have here? Let's go back. Bring it back. Did I go too far? I must have. He must have been at the bottom. Is he the bottom of the list? No, Owen Powers at the bottom of the list. Who was down here that fit every D pair? Was it Sandin? Yeah, it was Sandin. How much is Sandin? 1.3. Plays well across the board. See, I don't like his defensive stats, though. 86, 84, 87. I feel like you could see a little better there. How's he been playing on the season? What kind of stats we got, Sandino? -2, 7 games, 7 points, 16 minutes. He's playing on the Capitals. I imagine that Capitals team struggle. You know what? Let's talk about Sandin. You can give us Sandin. We're gonna send you. I don't wanna. Do we want to send him a defenseman? I don't want to send a defenseman and be tied to him. But I think we have 2 guys that can substitute in and out if we have to. We know Sandberg's not working. We got Stanley. And we got Capobianco. We're gonna give them. But it'd be nice to open up some caps. So Sandberg's kind of struggling. We might just move on to Sandberg completely. I mean, he ain't working. It'll keep the cap kind of low, keep us, again, with the options to be flexible down the road. And we're going to send them... Do you want a second? Is a second a lot? Let's give him a third. I think a third's better. Sandin for a third. Nah, third's not going to be enough. We'll try him a second. Sandin's going to cost a little bit of money, but Sandin can be, again, he's the chemistry, he fits the coach's scheme well. Could be a good addition to the team. And we're trying to win a Stanley Cup here, so you got to do what you got to do. We're going to go into 5th. They looked at it. They're like, not feeling it. Let's give you a 6th. How about you look at it again and feel this one? Yeah. You want to do it, Washington? Oh, yeah, they do. All right. That'll work. So we're going to edit these lines. Hopefully. I'm hoping this chemistry is good. Pray for some good chemistry for him. We might have to look at that. See, the second line's not playing bad. Again, I don't know. Our goals for is not terrible. Our goals against is solid. I feel like this team could win some more games. Really could say offensive they could do better, but besides that, I think we're good. So that's Anderson. That's why. Who put Anderson down here? Oh, wait, what? Morrissey, Siegenthaler, Anderson. Oh, we put Anderson in twice. Okay, I was so confused. That would have been a problem. Let's put Sandin in down here. There you go, Sandin. Yeah, he wants to play. He wants to play everywhere, so that's beautiful. I like to see that. Sandin, team player. I like it, buddy. I like what you're bringing to the table. How's DeMello? He's a +8. This line's been played. Sandin's a -2. How do we keep doing this? We bugged it out, didn't we? I just want to change in current line. Yeah, like that. Okay. So DeMello, Siegenthaler, Smith was up here, I believe. So we'll put DeMello back down here. How's Siegenthaler look? +2. And how's Smith's a -7. Okay, maybe Schmidt wasn't up there. We was worried about keeping Smith too because of that contract. And it's looking like he should have been the guy that did get walked out the door, apparently, because he's struggling. We're going to put him on a second unit, though. We're going to put him on a second unit, and I don't want to. I'm lying to myself. I don't want to do it. Was he not there before? How was he? We had a -1. I don't think we had that -1 there before. We had Siegenthaler and Morrissey. Oh, Siegenthaler's on 2 lines as well. Siegenthaler, Morrissey. I keep messing this up. Who goes here? Anderson. Anderson, yes. It's going to substitute him twice in it. Dang it. Stop that, EA. Why are you doing this, damn it? It's not gonna. Okay. All right, it's gonna be like that. Let's do head coach best lines, and that should fix it, right? Yeah. Okay, that's better. So that's gonna do this. We're gonna put you here. That's better. Smith's gonna go back up here. That's gonna give us balanced lines. That's who we want, right? Smith right here. No, Smith's a -7. DeMello's gonna go here. Smith's gonna go there. The first line offense is already right. That'll work. The goaltending should have been fine. Make sure the power play is set up the way we wanted to. Niederreiter, you got to get off that power play. Actually, now we're going to take him off of it. Anderson, who do we want to put up there? Was it Morrissey? Or was before? Do we want to keep Morrissey up there? Is he still the best option? Yeah, I think so. Look at that passing and puck control. So we'll put Morrissey here. Now we're not going to keep him off for 2 power play units. That'd be kind of sweet though if we did. So we'll get rid of Morrissey here. We already have Anderson in. We can bring back in Niederreiter. He can play right there as we had before. We'll leave it like that. That's an improvement. We'll see what this does for the defense. Again, we might have to go after some offense. We're kind of getting used to it. We got to remember, first sim we've done this year. Got to get used to how the sim engine works, how important that line chemistry is, how many points teams are scoring in general. Florida has been solid, 13-5-1, having a good season over there. We're going to get to, I want to get to about January. Give this team a little bit of chance to play together, see how things go at Florida. Tough place to play. Going to win in Florida, going to win in Nashville, going to beat Dallas Stars, going on a 3-game win streak there. But man, you got to win those games you're supposed to win. Losing 4-3 to the Chicago Blackhawks, had a nice hot streak going and lost another one. They lost the 3 games, the 3 teams you should be beating. The good thing is they're playing the tough teams well. But you can't afford to lose Chicago, Anaheim, and San Jose all in the same month and expect to make the playoffs. Right now, 19-14, not playing too shabby. We're seeing some better puck, playing well on the road, but another loss. Arizona, Anaheim, Columbus. Again, they're losing to the teams they should not be losing to, the bad teams. We're going to take this close to the deadline, I think, because I like the way they're playing. 21-17. It's just they're losing to the bad teams, which shouldn't be happening. Another one. They lost the Flyers. Let's talk about it, Winnipeg. Why are we playing so good against the good teams? Who's coaching? We got to get rid of the coach. That's what that sounds like. The coach got to get these guys ready to play against the good team or bad teams, but they're ready to play the good ones. This is a team that just needs to make playoffs. They make playoffs. I played well against the good teams. Lost to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh probably struggling this season as well. 25-23. We might have to slow things down a little bit earlier. Right now, a playoff spot though, so it's kind of been a weaker division by the looks of things. There's a nice 3-game win streak, 4-game win streak, 5-game win streak. Winnipeg starting to win some hockey games. Entering the trade deadline, they're going to head into a back-to-back here against the Seattle Kraken. Going to lose the Dallas Stars. Going to beat the Carolina Hurricanes. Buffalo down. Seattle losing game 1 against the Seattle Kraken at 33-26-2. The Buffalo Sabres have one more game before the trade deadline. Kyle Connor playing excellent this season. 74 points. Looks like they did tune the scoring up this season. 74 points, 32 goals, 42 assists, 63 out of Scheifele, 62 out of Nikolai Ehlers. Kind of look at that compared to the rest of the league. 86 out of McKinnon, 86 out of Rantanen, 80 out of Ovechkin. Yeah, so we definitely seen the scoring tuned up a little bit this year. I like it. They needed to do that because scoring has been up in the league. It looks like, look at Freddie Ander or John Gibson playing well. So Anaheim's actually been a solid team this season. I take back what I said about losing to the Anaheim Ducks, but then again, how many times have they played? How many times they played us? That might be why he's got so many wins. Let's take a look at Winnipeg again, see how they're looking statistically. Really, they're only 4 points behind Colorado in this division. You worry about it, though, because things are so tight where Arizona and Nashville, anybody can get hot and kind of get into things. But 3.36 goals for per game, 3.51 goals against. And the goals against, it's ticked up just a little bit. The penalty kill is kind of struggling a little bit. Besides that, though, it's been solid. I mean, they're coming across the entire league, how they're doing. We'll look at the goals against per game, averaging them not quite top 10, a little bit outside of it there, but as far as the goals for per game, what are we looking? What are we seeing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Did I miss this? 21. Did I miss this? 22. I definitely did. Let's recount that. I don't know what I was thinking, what team we played for. Oh, but right there, 5th in the league in points per game. So we're good in points per game. I think that's great. Well, what's happening defensively? Is the bottom 6 playing all right? Something's got to change here because we have too good of a goaltender, and the offense to be top 5 in the league. I mean, we're doing all right in those regards. What moves need to be made to get this team over the hump? Gustafson's a -6. 20 points. He's scoring the goals for that line. I like that. He's a power forward. We got a playmaker down there. Typically, the playmaker's not the best place for them to be on the team. Yeah, Fallow's still -2, but we might move Nemestikov up here possibly. Appleton's been scoring some goals. I kind of like what Appleton's been doing. Fits pretty well in his team in a couple areas. Appleton, 84 defensive awareness, 80 shot blocking, 85 stick checking. I mean, that could be a little bit better. What's Nemestikov rocking though? 83, 82, 83. That was compared to 84, 80, 85. Baron's rocking. Ooh, Baron. Oh, that's the face-offs. You're lucky. That was about to get ugly. How's he a follow looking? I always thought he a follow struggled defensively. Nah, he's great defensively. What do I know? Sandin's still the -2, so he's been even. Schmidt's a -8, so I mean a -1, -1's what that line's been doing since they came together. The rest of the defense has been playing better. I think we try to get a better guy in the bottom 6. The question is, do we move Baron? I want to move Gustafsson, but the center plays a little bit more difficult to find. Ooh, let's look at Hayden. He's a good defensive player. 90, 90, 92 across the board. He's a +13. He's playing a lot of minutes, though. He's a top 6 forward. Okay, that's not going to work. I don't know. It's very Hayden be a nice addition. So Hayden's not going to work. Tomasino, -19. I don't like what I'm seeing there. Johnston, how you looking? +2. Good goal scorer. Where's he going to fit on the team? Not on the scheme fit there. Stevenson, another guy, pretty good defensively. Where is he? A first liner? Yeah, he ain't going to fit there either. Nate just doesn't fit here. Not going to fit here. Not going to fit here. Put Freddie as one of our players. Lucas Raymond wants to be a bottom guy. 91 stick checking, 87 defensive awareness. Can't win faceoffs. That's not a center, then, is it? No, it is not. He's putting up some numbers, though. Look at those numbers. 58 points for an 80. Oh, I don't know what he wants to do in that bottom 6. I mean, that's where he wants to be. We can make that work. Kent Johnson. I ain't seen too many guys. I've seen Sean Monahan earlier. Monahan might be the guy we go after here because we do want to try to find a guy that fits this scheme for him to do it. All forward lines for Connor Sheary. How's he looking this season? Connor, not good. Kubalik's been solid for Ottawa. 49 points +9. I like that. He plays on every line, right? They said he play everywhere. The defense could be a little bit better. See, I'm afraid of that defense, even with the stats that way. I mean, he might be playing with a dominant offense or a dominant line there causing net. How's the Tar looking? And he can't play center, so that's going to hurt us too. We have some really limited options due to the fact that we need a center. We might try Monahan. Monahan, can you play on every line? No, that's a concern there. But he has a +4. I think Montreal might be selling him low. That's tough. That's a tough one. It's tough to find centers around here. We're going to try Monahan. And we'll see if Montreal is somebody else. Like another bottom unit guy or bottom 6 guy that might possibly fit on this team. Carry a little 2-for-1 action here. Ooh, they're paying him some money. Cool. How's he looking? Left defenseman. We can't. That's center forward. The Dvorak's getting paid too much. You're getting paid too much. They're paying some players. Why Gallagher's an 6 point? Man, look at Gallagher getting that money. Good for him. Evans, how you looking? You fit on the bottom lines? He does fit on all forward lines. He's a +6 as well. That might be his line mate. I mean, these guys are playing well together. Yeah, let's trade for them both. Yeah, hey, the line mates are playing well. We got a couple for you. We'll ship a couple out the door for year 2. Actually, let's do a little line mate swap. I promise you're winning the deal. We would never deal like that, Montreal. There you go. Have R2. You can have R2. Send it. They're not going to do it. All right, but I think it's a good upgrade, though. If we can swap both these guys out like that, clearly these two playing well together because they got to be on the same line. If we can get some good production at that bottom 4th line there, bottom 6, help the team out. They're going to want a little bit more than a 3rd. I understand. We're going to give you a 5th because we're nice people. Trade accepted. That's going to do it. Go to roster moves. Do we make another move? See, now this is the question. Going to listen to the feedback throughout the year this season. We always like to do everything we can to win a Stanley Cup, but at the same time, we don't want to overdo it where we're like trading away the entire, next 5 years of the farm system. So I think for the sake of this video, we're going to make a couple moves. We made a couple moves on offense, a couple on defense, and we're going to stop there. For future reference, again, tell us what you guys are thinking. Hey, go all in and do everything you absolutely have to win this. We can do that. Who's the better face-off guy? They're about the same, it looks like, but I think that's going to be a good addition for that line. Nemesnikov, I do worry about. Do we want to keep Nemesnikov? He doesn't really bring anything to the table. 4 goals, 16 assists. The shot, the defense isn't there. He doesn't play defense. He's a player. We're going to get rid of Nemesnikov. We're going to find somebody for him as well. Maybe get a little bit of an improvement. And it'll be a little easier to find a winger as well here. So we'll see if we can possibly draw up. How much cap space? Oh, we got 4.9 million. So you know what? Let's go overall. Somebody out there, I would assume, has some low or bad contract we can take on. Why is this Blake Wheeler so cheap? Bring Blake Wheeler back. How you not going to bring Blake back? Oh, the defense. How's he looking? He wants to be a first liner. That's the first problem. He should be a first liner. That's the second problem. He's not going to be a first liner. That's the third problem. I got a couple problems. How's Pacioretty? Pacioretty's probably a playmaker, and he's a sniper, so that ain't going to work. We got Middlestat. Middlestat's going to be expensive and a playmaker. Matt Duchene, Max Domi, Patrick Kane. Anthony Duclair, power forward? No, he's a sniper in this game. Barbashev, or Barbanov, not Barbashev. Barbashev, McTavish. McTavish has been solid. McTavish going to have a good season, though. How's he look? Where does he want to play? Wants to be a first liner. Cole Perfetti, Lafreniere. Quinn. We're going to go back. We're going to go back up here to Blake Wheeler. I do think Blake Wheeler might be the answer. You get a little power forward, good defensive player. He doesn't want to play on that line. Let me tell you what, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to like it. That's an entry-level deal as well. I think I can add some power to the, not add some power, but add some goal-scoring abilities to this line as well. And we're going to get rid of, I mean, we're going all in. Nah, I'm afraid we're not going to do it. We're going to give him a draft pick. I don't want to go too all in to where we can't go back on a deal in case it doesn't work. We want to pick over the maximum skid organization limit. Let's take a look here. What do you guys want for Blake Wheeler? We're going to give you, I promise you we're going to give you something you want. We're thinking, you know what? We'll help you out, New York. We'll help you out. We're going to give you this guy right here, whose name I can't say. That's a lot. You got to give us a pick back. I can't help the Rangers out like that. That's not going to fly. We're going to give him a fourth. Give us a fourth round pick back. Make us feel better about it. Thank you. That'll work. Let's take a look at these rosters. And some best AHL lines. Yeah, let's go with that. We need an NHLer. Was that guy in the NHL? Oh, you know what it was? We didn't trade any starters away, so he's just sitting on a bench. Let's take a look here. No, we don't want to play in the AHL. Get us out of here. Imagine they threw him straight in the AHL. Straight troll job. Nah, we're good. All right, so in the domestic cup, you're done. You've been voted off the island. We're going to put Blake Wheeler in here. There we go. Get a little chemistry boost, too. You know what? Blake? Nah, yeah, look at Perfetti, though. I like it. Perfetti's growing still. 56 points on the season. I like it. Good for Perfetti. Working in our favor there. Let's go to finish out this season. Winnipeg fighting for a playoff spot. Winnipeg currently holding second in the division in a tight race. A couple additions here at the trade deadline. A couple big additions. Can they go out here, win a Stanley Cup? Can they go out here at least make playoffs? I mean, that's the baseline standard. We are done being seller. Yeah, we're going to be conservative seller just because. Let's continue selling or simming. Lost the overtime in game 1. Beat the Canucks game 2. Lost to the Washington Capitals. Not bad. Losing to the Ducks. The Ducks are dominating. If the Winnipeg Jets have to play the Ducks in the first round of the playoffs, you can just kiss the chances of a Stanley Cup goodbye. They have not beat the Ducks all season. Edmonton dropping 7 on the Winnipeg Jets. You can imagine Edmonton does that a lot during the season with that high-powered offense. Minnesota with the loss, their 4-game win streak, losing to the Dallas Stars. Colorado going to finish the season hot, which you want to see entering playoffs, 45-33. They're going to play, who was that? They're going to play the Blues in the first round. That pretty favorable matchup there. The St. Louis Blues, a team that can do a little bit of damage against, I think, here. We'll see how this team finished up on the season. Kyle Connor, that's playoff points. I'd be impressed if he went all season 0. He ended up with 99 points, led the team. So good production there. 47 goals. You like to see that. Ehlers had 77 points, minus 11. 75 points Mark Scheifele had. Perfetti had 69. Morrissey 68. Morrissey had a heck of a season in that first line D pair. I wasn't expecting that. I'm going to be honest. So that's some great production there. Wheeler with the 45 points for the team there. As far as how Hellebuck finished, 903. Could have seen a little bit of better production out of Connor Hellebuck. Was it Connor holding it back? Connor's got the ability to drop a 920 and get hot and just carry this team throughout the playoffs. If Connor can do that, I mean, hey, let's make some noise. Let's see what the St. Louis Blues team looks like, actually, real quick. What are they doing making playoffs? I don't know if this is early in their rebuild phase for the Blues or if they was expected to be this good, but they just had a good season. Squeaking in there, making playoffs. What do they got? They have Buchnevich, they have Thomas, they have Kyra. Man, they have a solid top 6, actually. Shen, Hayes, Verana. Maybe things just didn't go out the way they was expecting last season. You still have Parayko, Scandella, Torrey Krug, Justin Falk. I mean, they have a good core. This ain't a team to sleep on by any stretch of the imagination. Kind of surprised they made playoffs, but looking at what they have on paper, they can gel, they can get that chemistry going, they can make some noise. Let's get the first 2 games out of the way. Game 1, W. Thanks for playing St. Louis. Can you lose game 2? Nah, they're gonna split it 7-5. Series split heading to St. Louis. Blues gonna win a game like they need to. Oh, Blues gonna win another game. I say Blues win on the road. That's what you want to do in the playoffs. Get that advantage early. Now, Winnipeg needs to find a way back into this when they do. They win that game 5-1. Here we go. Game number 5 is a loss to the St. Louis Blues. Another one at home. Elimination game. Game number 6. Winnipeg versus the St. Louis Blues in St. Louis. Blues going to come up empty-handed in period number 1, and the Winnipeg Jets will follow in suit there. 9 shots for the Jets, 10 shots for the Blues. Connor Hellebuck having an impressive start to this game. They are shooting and peppering him all over the place in that slot. Here we go. Period number 2. Blues 2. Winnipeg Jets nothing. And that is not what you wanted to see. Kyrou, the young studs, the young up and comers for the St. Louis Blues making some noise here early. Winnipeg with the power play early. They've got to make some noise. Winnipeg going to answer on the power play. Cole Perfetti with the goal. Power play Blues. Blues going to come back, try to make some noise, and they will not. And another power play for the Winnipeg Jets. A golden opportunity, and they will come up empty-handed once again. Here we go. 7 minutes left. Winnipeg's got to come up with something within the next 5. They're going to see their playoff hopes after selling the future come up just a little bit short. That is not what you wanted to see. And the Winnipeg Jets are going to see that, and that indeed just happened here. Unfortunate for the Jets, a team that, again, it built, improved. The team got better and better throughout the season. You thought, hey, this team could make some noise in the playoffs, but instead they're going to get bounced in the first round by the St. Louis Blues. The Blues, at least, are they going to make some noise? I mean, this could be a dangerous team. They're going to play the Colorado Avalanche, though, in the second round. And that's, a dangerous team of all dangerous teams, if you will, there, though. So we'll see who wins this Stanley Cup. Ain't going to be the Jets. It's going to be Edmonton and Toronto, 2 teams that have been struggling to make a deep run in the playoffs in the past year. Both teams, one of them coming up with the cup. It's going to be Edmonton Oilers. The Leafs going to go another 50 years until they try to touch one of those, I think. Nonetheless, Winnipeg out in the first round. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd appreciate you liking the video, subscribing. You never have to. And guess for watching. We'll see you next time.